Former track star Sha'Carri Richardson says she was removed from a American Airlines flight, after arguing with the flight attendant. Now, here we go again. Another athlete arguing or getting kicked off a flight. I think recently, the most recent offender was Odell Beckham Jr. He was on an airplane, got kicked off. So let's see what this story is about. Sha'Carri Richardson says she was removed from an American Airlines flight after getting into an argument with a flight attendant who was harassing her. The track and field star shared several videos and posted them on Instagram of the incident on Saturday. She said the argument began when a flight attendant used a tone she did not like to tell her to end a phone call. Here we go. A tone she didn't like. Oh boy. We know what this means. Another entitled athlete thinks that people are supposed to be tiptoe around them. After the initial confrontation, Richardson claimed that when the flight attendant was demonstrating safety protocol, he leaned over to see her phone and demanded she put it in airplane mode. He asked to see quote, he asked to see my phones were in airplane mode at this point. He demanded that me show him. This is what it says. I'm not making this up. He demanded that me show him, which I did in front of him, end quote. That's what she wrote on Instagram. Just to be clear, she said that, not me. I'm reading word for word. In a subsequent video, the flight attendant appears to tell Richardson to stop recording, a request she said she would not do because he was harassing her. So there's screenshots of the incident, or what she's saying happened. Richardson also said other passengers on the flight began to yell at her, and the flight attendant clapped when she got off the plane. Oh boy. So of course the airline responded because they must get something out really quick, because oh my god, a privileged black woman who's a celebrity had a bad experience on the airplane, so we got to get out in front of this before we get called racist. So the airline representative said in a statement to NBC News, quote, we reaccommodated the customer on a later flight, and a member of our team has reached out to learn more, end quote. Richardson also wrote on Instagram, as in the video, you will hear Caucasian men and women yelling and disrespecting me because I won't let this man disrespect me by abusing his authority. So, of course, it comes down to race. I knew it. I had a feeling this was going to turn into a race thing. So she didn't like the fact that a Caucasian flight attendant told her that she must put her phone on airplane mode. This is what it comes down to. This is what it boils down to, people. Privileged people, black privileged celebrity athletes, don't want to be told what to do by white people, by regular white working people. They feel like that they're privileged, that they should be able to not listen to white people, especially regular working white people. This is what's happening. This is that entitlement that started from other athletes like Odell Beckham Jr., LeBron James, and others have installed this behavior that is trickled down. It trickles down, people, to the regular people in the communities. And that's why you see all this chaos, because these are the athletes that are role models. I say role models, quote unquote, to these communities. So if a young girl sees Sha'Carri Richardson on Instagram talking about the Caucasian men and women telling me, disrespecting me, I get to do what I want, what you think is going to happen to every other black girl that sees that? They're going to think that they have to act in that same way because Sha'Carri Richardson's doing it. And she's famous. She got over 2 million followers on Instagram. So if she gets to act that way, so do I. And these are the people that are leading these communities. So while this may not be a big story, a big deal in the big scheme of things, you're probably like, who cares? Well, it does matter, because when you wonder why certain behaviors are happening every day across the United States, in settings like stores and places like that, airports and all this stuff, Popeyes and Waffle Houses and all these places. These things all connect. That's all I gotta say. They all connect. So this is the behavior of the entitled athlete, acting like she gets to do what she wants and she doesn't have to get off the phone, which I'm pretty sure everyone understands that you have to put the phone on airplane mode when you get on the plane. She says, no, I don't got to do it because I'm entitled and I'm wealthy, and if you got to tell me otherwise, I'll just claim that you're racist. Because what's the point of her saying Caucasian men and women disrespected her? Could it just be a guy and a woman disrespected her? No, she put Caucasian because she's trying to make she's trying to imply that she's being picked on because of her race. That's all that's about, people. And you gotta see the code. This is code. This is how they do it. This is how they try to start a situation. She's hoping that this blows up. Maybe somebody turns it to a race thing, and maybe if she turns it to a race thing, she could probably get something out of it, or whatever the case may be. And that's that. So that's it, folks. Sha'Carri Richardson gets kicked off an airplane. Welcome to 2023.